Peace, peace. Once again, it's Chief Noble Bandele. Once again, here with Brother Olakwesu L. Bay. We are here to discuss the Rust Belt Act of Ohio.
Correct.
And how it deals with the 14th Amendment. So I will let you go ahead and get into it.
How y'all doing this evening? This is Chief Olakwesu L. Bay. I am now a part of the Ouachita Indian tribe as well, sustaining my natural habitat and an ethnic background. We're here today to discuss civil rights lawsuits that have been filed against 5 major cities in Ohio by the U.S. Department of Justice and Washington, D.C. What we have here is a problem in eastern cities and northwestern cities in Ohio. The Department of Justice has currently 5 different lawsuits for violations under the 14th, 4th, 5th Amendments and 6th and 8th Amendments, where several white or Caucasian lawmakers and law enforcement agencies have been placed under a consent decree. The first one that we found was in Columbus, Ohio, for false stops, malicious prosecution, and excessive force, and tampering with records. We have a consent decree filed in Ohio, in Steubenville, Ohio, where the Sixth Circuit took part in that consent decree. We have another decree in Cincinnati, Ohio. And we have another decree in Cleveland, Ohio. And last but not least, in Dayton, Ohio, captioned Civil Action Number 308 CV 348 before the Honorable Thomas M. Rose. What this means is the Rust Belt running along the Ohio trails and caverns are ran by authority figures who disregard the United States Constitution. Even the Supreme Court of the United States affirmed that the states, that the cities in Ohio, the state, will not allow minorities the equal protection and due process clause that's afforded for every citizen. You can read the 14th Amendment and the 5th Amendment. What we need here in Ohio is for the district courts to be cleaned out. The federal district courts in Ohio have allowed policemen and solicitors and prosecutors and judges to hold African Americans in violation of petty laws. More and more African Americans, males mainly, are being locked up and held down without due process. We've discovered several attorneys have violated the rights of African Americans, and we can't get fair trials in Ohio, period. I have launched a habeas corpus act in an effort to overcome some of these atrocities still being handed down against the young black male, mainly, who is currently under attack, going into the 5th generation. If we don't reinforce the 4th and the 14th Amendments, we are headed for chaos and total destruction in the black community. The black male must learn how to exercise the appellate rules and criminal and civil procedures in every intermediate state appellate court in the United States. Until you learn the appellate rules and civil procedures, you will always be harassed and deprived of effective assistance counsel. The attorneys in Ohio have turned their backs on civil rights. They have allowed the police departments and prosecutors to maliciously and vindictively prosecute minorities. And we are asking the Department of Justice to take a second look at what's going on within the state of Ohio Rust Belt. They have the lawsuits in place, but we need enforcement against these individuals who are perpetrating and prostituting the courts' high judicial character. like I said before, they prey on our ignorance. We have to continue to research the appellate rules of the intermediate courts, because we have proof that federal courts cannot disregard appellate court ruling, especially when there has not been a challenge by the state to the Ohio Supreme Court or whatever Supreme Court where you may reside. We have to form some sort of a union against attorney malpractice. It's on the rise. We need an Attorney Accountability Act, as they have a Police Accountability Act because of the Rodney King situation. Once you study these consent decrees and see how they're filed, you will have a better understanding of why blacks are not allowed civil lawsuits. If the Department of Justice can't control the Ohio region and its rust belts, who can? We have to go back to the people. The people are the power. We are the people. We have to begin to simultaneously, collectively combine our efforts together and force the judges and the courts and prosecutors to do the right thing. That's all for this segment. I can be reached at the numbers that will be flashed and at my website. If anybody have any questions or comments about consent decrees filed throughout the United States of America against police officers and their agencies, feel free to contact us. Thank you very much.